elimination of the top 8 with the best time of 55.685. He needs to get down into the 54s, the low 54s indeed, to want to be able to progress. So just waiting for the fire in the belly of the Donovan big block.
She has got a good sound too, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Here she comes.
Yep, just off the trailer now. So, Rob and Ange Coley, the mouth fresh machine. They call him the Mad Dog. The boat waiting for that green light. Mouth fresh off the line, a little bit of a hop, skip and a jump off the start there. The boat just not really hooking up straight off the load. No. Rob Coley just, yeah, there's an issue, a major issue. So not too sure now. I bet Rob Coley will be playing catch up. He's got to do a lot of work here. He's gone the wrong way. He has recorrected himself. Is he going to be chasing his tail really hard? Because this is the point in a lap where if you're chasing super hard, it can get all very ugly very quickly. We don't want to see that. If Rob can get around, and hopefully he will, the attrition might work to his benefit, but it is going to wait and see. It's going to be a waiting game. There's the frustration from Rob Coley. Threw it into the left-hander, literally threw it into that left-hander. So just had a bit of a brain fade in the early part of the lap, got the rotation wrong, and that has cost him plenty of time now in the run for home. So Rob Coley, and that time is going to be one to forget for him. Oh, 69.44. So Rob Coley had a brain fade in the middle, right at the early part of that lap. Has posted a time, but that is going to make it very difficult for the Mouth Fresh team to progress any further. So our next boat to face the starter will be Aaron Hanson. Did you write down the new sponsorship details?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm onto it.
Oh, read it.
Righto, next up we have Aaron, sponsored by Coastline Honda Tauranga.
Is that your writing, mate?
Oh, it can't be my writing. I can read mine.
That is your writing. And Budget Motors, Madam Mudu. I don't know. Sorry about that. I'm really no good at pronouncing these names. Carl Bosch, can you have a crack at it?
Yeah, they're from Meta Tutu.
Yeah, righto. So probably not the best way to really get the best run for the sponsors. We do apologise for that. But Aaron Hanson, Rusty One, Julianne Shanks is the navigator here. These guys had a very busy season. Were racing, did a couple of rounds in Australia. And, well, didn't go all that well over there in the borrowed boat of Glenn Spider Roberts. Managed in the last round up there in Keith to sink the boat, feeling a lot more comfortable and a lot more confident in their own boat on their home soil. So Rusty won the split at a 22 on the first split, 22-3. So we'll start keeping an eye on those splits. Well, got a little bit lost as to where he was around the track there. Oh, really threw it in there. You saw the navigator's head bobble there like a bobble doll. One of those things you flick and it just keeps coming back at you.
Yeah, she was a bit jumpy.
So, yeah, really driving super aggressively. He's gone the wrong way. Really just pushing so very hard. The pressure is telling. That's Rob Coley and Aaron Hanson. Two boats in a row have got the rotation wrong.
They're back on track now, though, Cavey.
So great to see that these guys back on track. It's going to put plenty of time on the clock. 66.218. So quicker than Rob Coley, but both boats, the first two boats in the top 8 of the sudden death eliminations, incorrect rotation.
pressure's getting to them.
The pressure is on. The final round of the Altherm Window Systems Series. Yeah, so certainly the pressure absolutely mounting. The looks as though the rotor boat, we had a very quick chat with Richard Burt just a little bit earlier, and obviously qualifying round number 4, they had a one of the lines get a bit crossed up there, so just wondering if that boat is down on the ramp. Thought he was going to be next off the trailer, but it is going to be Liquid Gold, Graham Hill. So the rotor boat will be on a time now. He's meant to be on track, but the Liquid Gold machine with Graham Hill and Amanda Kiddo, the Nissan Twin Turbo, the Stealth machine, one of the quietest jet sprint boats getting around in the world. And, well, Graham Hill has been doing a wonderful job. We might have actually lost our live stream there, but, yeah, not too sure what's going on there. We'll worry about that. We're more worried about what's going on the track. Graham Hill, Liquid Gold, Amanda Kiddo. And we're back up on the telly, so that's brilliant news for us. We can actually see what's going on. Into the hairpin, Graham, much better through there than he was last time. Really just opening up that over 1,000 horsepower on this Nissan Twin Turbo. It's a great effect up that front chute.
Yeah, great sound with it too, those turbos whistling away.
Yeah, really starting to get the hurry up now. So Graham Hill in through the finish and 53.763. So he's gone 0.4 quicker than he has done previously, and the first boat in this top 8 to get the rotation correct first time out.
And to go faster.
And to go fast. So, just wondering, I can see that the rotor boat is actually on the ramp. We can see that telltale blue puff of smoke coming from the exhaust. Just wondering if they have that rotary engine sorted. The boat is being released off the stanchion on the trailer. So just trying to see all the way down there. Geez, I think I'm going to need binoculars. I need some big eyes, mate. These eyes are no bloody good.
Yeah, well, the old portaloos don't help either, do they?
Well, actually, yeah, yeah. Oh, well. I need X-ray vision. Imagine the stuff you could do with X-ray vision.
Not looking at those portaloos.
Yeah, imagine the trouble you could get. Good point. Imagine the trouble you could get yourself into. I get enough trouble as it is. All right, rotor boat racing. Richard Burt and Katie Munro. Wow, this thing really throwing a lot of water around. Richard Burt, very, very aggressive at the moment and very smooth around there. Oh, that sweet smell. Is it going to be the sweet smell of success? Well, this boat has had 1 or 2 issues throughout the season. We saw in qualifying 4, one of the hoses fell off, created a problem. Seems to be going okay at the moment. Katie Munro pointing Richard Burt in the right direction. This rotor boat, wow. For the Litchway funeral directors, all the boat bobbling around the left-hander there. So, oh yeah, the boat just not handling into that crosswash at all. Won't be worried about that. Oh, he's gone the wrong way. That's a third one. He needed to come to the finish line. Now across the finish line, oh, Richard Burt with a 61.514 through an extra 4 seconds on that lap. 3 out of 4 boats in the top 8 have gone wrong way. The pressure is on.
You couldn't write about it, could you?
That is unbelievable. But, interestingly, Richard Burt is the fastest of the blokes who've buggered it up.
Well, you still got to be first at something, don't you?
Well, that's right. So, at the moment, Graham Hill is leading in the top 8 with a 53. Then we go to 61 for Richard Burt, 66, Aaron Hanson. Rob Coley, 69. So, wow, this is throwing up plenty.
What's going to happen next?
Well, we've only got 3 to go because Blake Bryant is out because of a blown engine, so only 3 more to race. So, well, Richard Burt might be lucky enough to sneak on through.
Well, it's still anyone's to get in, isn't it?
It's still anyone's, absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've lost 2 speakers, says our Sandman. Well, that's all right. If you haven't noticed, we didn't. But where did you lose them? I bet you'll find them in the last place you look.
Where'd you have them last?
Always a smart thing. I love that when you lose your car keys. Somebody goes, well, where was the last time you had them? Well, if I bloody knew that, they'd be in my pocket, wouldn't they?
Dead right. It's amazing how they can walk, isn't it?
Oh, I know. Gee, I'll tell you what, I actually found the television remote control in the fridge once. I don't know how it got there. All right, looks as though this will be PSP Racing. Sam Eunuch and Glenn Mason. These guys came into this elimination with a 58.128. The time that they need to beat to be able to progress into the top 5 is a 61. So, you know, they could just about go out there driving Miss Daisy and still progress into the top 5. But that is not the way that Sam Eunuch will go about this lap. So for PSP Racing, Glenn Mason from Gisborne, and these guys have been racing together for a long, long time, and a really good team. And of course, do such a wonderful job each and every race meeting. Nothing left to chance, nothing left to hope. It is all measured, it is considered. So Sam Eunuch now into this left-hander. This is an all-important left-hander, and he has nailed it every time.
Right, yep.
Yeah, Sam really starting to work his boat beautifully, has just been sneaking up on it. So now, wide open down the back straight with the 500, Kendrick into the finish line, and a 52.788. So Sam Eunuch has gone 0.4 seconds quicker than his previous best time. So that's certainly going to make it interesting. Now Rob Coley is sitting on the bubble with Peter Cowie and Glenn Head still to run to be able to progress into the top 5.
What's going on here? They were at the back.
So, yeah, very exciting. Wow, the pressure. I don't think that I've ever seen in the years that I've been jet sprinting the first 3 out of the first 4 boats in the unlimited category go wrong way during this part of the day.
Yeah, well, it's hard to believe, isn't it? I mean, that's part of the excitement of coming along, though, isn't it?
Oh, it is, absolutely, no doubt about it. And I bet you each one of those guys will be, well, they'll be wishing they were in a bum-kicking competition.
Yeah, dead right, with themselves, of course.
Yeah, I'll tell you, yeah, that's right. Geez, I'll tell you what, they couldn't have got a kick in a street fight, some of those blokes, the way they've been going today. So, right, we are just waiting now for Peter Cowie, the NZ machine. NZ Racing, synonymous with Peter Cowie. So, Sharma Putranui coming off the trailer. So, yep, into the start chute now, waiting for the green light. There it goes. Peter Cowie bursting up the front straight. Peter Cowie, the full professional outfit. One of the only professional driver in the world came into this round with his best time of a 52.555. He'll be looking to go lower than a 52.2, which is what Glenn Head said. So Peter Cowie, an absolute consummate. Oh, geez, he was really close into that right-hander. Not too sure he wanted to get that close to it. Really set the boat up from a long way back into that left-hander in front of commentary. Very unlike Peter Cowie to get off the gas that far back. But then again, we've got a lot of windage on the course, blowing water into the face of driver and navigator alike. So, Cowie in the run for home now. And a 53.097. He's gone slower by 0.5 of a second than his previous best time. So I dare say this wind throwing that spray back into the driver's face certainly causing issues out on track. After the little love message that we sent out a little bit earlier and people getting married around the place, mate, you know what I worked out?
What have you worked out?
That you do not wear a suit to a wedding. Every time I've been to a wedding and wore a suit, I've ended up with a hangover, and I think it's because I wear a suit.
Yeah, it must be.
Gotta be. Can't think of any other reason. No, it's the suit. Absolutely. All right, so Glen Head now, Altherm window systems, just waiting for the Altherm boat to come off the trailer. Olivia van Dersen is the navigator. This run will determine who's going to make the top 5 in the unlimited category. We say goodbye to Rob Coley. We will not see the mouth fresh boat out on the water again today. Aaron Hanson now sitting on the bubble. And Glen Head needs to beat a time of a 66 to be able to progress. You would suggest with his quickest time of the day at a 52, he just needs to keep the boat on the water and he'll move through there. I think the pace that he's already shown so far, he could almost row the rest of it and get through under a 66.
Yes, he's looking good, isn't it?
Yeah, this boat just looking very, very good on the track, although he got a little bit airborne out of that right-hander there, but certainly looking comfortable. Doesn't look to be really surprisingly smooth. Doesn't look to be pushing it. Not ragged in any way, shape or form at this point in the lap. Oh, really eased it off coming into there. Well, I guess he realises that he's got plenty of time up his sleeve. Doesn't need to push it in there with the sun glaring into his eyes and burning his retinas. It's going to be quick. It's going to be a quick time. 51.819. And he backed off through the middle part of that track and probably could have get an extra second on that.
He's got more in there.
Wow. All right, here's how it's going to go for the unlimited category. The Rotor boat makes it. Graham Hill in Liquid Gold. NZ with Peter Cowie. PSP Racing Sam Eunuch. And Altherm with Glen Head. That man on track will progress into the